Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? I am Captain Barbosa, and alongside me, if you do not know her already, it's Brittality.
Hey, guys.
And I wanted to bring her on stream because she is one of the most avid content creators for Gears of War stuff that I know of, actually. Because she's always doing the coalition. Even when the game was dead, there was a coalition report. Yes. There's artwork being shared. So she is a very avid Gears fan. Tell us a little bit about the YouTube and why you just do it. Like, it's a hobby, but you can.
Well, I started YouTube. A lot of people don't know this, but I was very animated while playing.
Pancakes.
Yeah,
That's my
pancakes. But I was very animated on the mic while playing, and my friends wanted to actually see what I do when I play because they hear me like yelling and standing up and all this other stuff. So I started YouTube because I was actually videoing myself playing and just playing it back to them. So then eventually I kind of delved into the community and tried to do more and get people excited about the game. So I started doing some tutorials. I do right now a coalition report, which is news about everything happening in the Gears community.
Just to make a note of this,
yeah.
When I get really busy and I can't see Twitter for like a week or anything,
yeah.
I actually just go and watch your videos. I'm like, okay, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, these teams broke up. They got together. That was a weird fourth. He's a free agent now? What? Like, she has it all in those videos. And they're so good. We've been putting them on hyphastation.com. It's a really great website that you guys should go to. Lots of functional information we keep putting on there. It's a little amateur, guys, because we are an independent, community-driven initiative. It's not like corporation money and here's investor money, make content. We just do it because we want to do it. And since I've been so busy, I've had 2.5 jobs, the half job being Hyphastation. Britt's always doing videos. I'm like, Britt, put them on the site.
Yeah.
And you've been doing it.
I've been doing it. It's not just for competitive. I know we're doing a lot of competitive stuff here, but it's for the casual community as well.
We forget there's lore.
Yes. There's anything and everything that is Gears of War that has just happened or been announced or anything like that, I've put on the site. So
guys, you need to check out hyphastation.com. Now, unfortunately, with the coalition reports, they're time-stamped. So they kind of expire after like a week or two, you know?
Oh.
So we gotta get people watching those videos when they come out because it's really good information for that week. And then after that week, new stuff happens. So it's essentially like a news report.
Yeah.
But you got to watch it when it comes out. So look for those because they're really helpful. She's up on her information when it comes to teams, the patch note. Like when there's patch notes, when we actually have a game, she's in front of it. And when there's material being the leaks, I like the leaks too. Like there was that image like, oh, is this Gears of War 4? Because there was some dude playing like a fake game on Xbox Live.
Oh, yeah.
It said Gears of War 4 beta, and you're like, oh, what is this?
Yes, but that was just in his motto.
Yeah.
What a cheater.
Some people, relax, check it out. I'm like, there was no way when I saw that.
And I don't really give speculative stuff. I try to just inform you that, hey, this might be there, but it's not from a really reliable source. So I don't get you hyped up and then let you down. I give you the real. We're on the real at Hyphastation, so.
All right, so now I want to comment on one other thing. The players, all the players here, if you signed up to come to Indianapolis, we made it way worth it for the teams to come here because Black Tusk Studios is in the building. The new community manager, Step 2, is here, and also the multiplayer designer, Martin. Hopefully we can get them on the mic sometime during this weekend.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
But we've been doing Q&A sessions. It's been 3 teams at a time, so it's only 12 people going into a room, and they've had 20 to 25-minute sessions where they've been talking about all their Gears experiences, past, present, and what they'd like to see in the future. Now, I'm asking you, what was in your group? Because every group I check in with them is different.
Yeah.
So what did your group focus on, and what were they eating up in that
We
conversation?
kind of went around everything. We included, of course, we focused on competitive play because this is a competitive event.
Yeah, of course.
But not only that,
player.
we put a little campaign stuff in there. We put aesthetics in there. How Gears of War 1, we loved it because it was so gritty and raw and in your face.
Dark horror look, yeah.
Yeah, we really enjoyed that. We went over weaponry. Maps was a big one that we kind of went over about being symmetrical and how we didn't really like verticality that much.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, we just kind of went around a little bit of everything. Of course, we could have stayed about half the day in there, but we only got like 15, 20 minutes.
Listen to us.
Yeah, but he only asked like 2 questions, and that was just to get everyone's opinion on everything. They didn't really do a lot of talking. What was great is they actually listened to us, and they came all the way here just to
Vancouver, California. For those of you that are bad at geography, if you know where Seattle is, it's like an hour or 2 north of Seattle. So that's like West Coast coming all the way down to Indianapolis to talk to everybody at the venue.
Yeah.
That's some awesome dedication. Black Tusk is a sponsor of the event. They're the main sponsor of the event by like a huge lead.
Yeah.
Like they gave us $3,000 and they specifically said you better make that prize pool of money. So I could not take any of my hype expenses from that. I'm still paying to be here. But yeah, that was all prize money, and we're up to $6,000 because of our sponsors. Yeah.
Yeah.
They put it was $3,000 Black Tusk, $2,000 was the player pool. If we didn't have any sponsors, you guys would be playing for $2,000 only.
And what's great is they're here for the community. They're showing that they're here for us. They're really involved, and I can't wait for it to continue.
Has like a tablet
yeah.
full of, it's like 7 pages of notes. He's like scrolling. Like,
he
took
we talked notes about
this.
Of everything. He took notes when Chubb said, "Can you make a character with longer, or a guy character with longer hair?" And have a hair flipping animation. He wrote that down.
Chubbs wants to
that was included in the notes.
I can't imagine Chubbs. Like I'm like trying to imagine Chubbs in COG armor while bouncing with the Nashor.
Can you imagine?
And then he kills you, and it's like,
yeah. It'd be like Keanu Reeves' Point Break character. That's gonna be awesome.
Leave it up to Chubbs to do that. I was actually I barged in on one session because I wanted to get video. Mm-hmm. And Steptoe was actually talking, I think it was Guy Blaze actually. They were talking about, what makes you good and like the difference between a really good player and a bad one. And I just kind of walk in. It almost sounded like he was mad, but he was making an assertive point. He's like, you're not good at the game completely because if I put you on the map that you hate with the weapon you're not good with, you're not going to be good at the game. And I'm like, man, did I?
Whoa, there was finger pointing and everything.
Did I walk in at this at the wrong time? So they've had some really good sessions. I've gotten feedback from, I kind of walk in after every session, I'm like, how'd that go?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that was a really focused group. They took turns. They were very mannerly. And then there was one group that went in there. I don't know which one it was, but they're like, oh, yeah. They were like walking all over each other, and they're trying to get in words and fit things in. So
yeah. Well, it's exciting to have actually people here from the Black Tusk, from the studio here. So I can imagine we were all just kind of like holding stuff in. Okay, I'm going to let him talk, and then I'm going to get on it. It's really exciting, so I can understand people kind of trying to talk over one another, but we were pretty cordial.
Yeah, your group was the cordial group. Like everybody's like, yeah, that's a good idea. I second that. I'll third that. Yes, absolutely. That's a good point. Yeah, no, there's definitely one group that was like trying to argue with each other. They weren't trying to argue with each other, but they were trying to make their point stronger. Like, no, don't listen to him. This is how it should be. Yeah. So I can only imagine how productive that meeting went. But this is Gears of War.
We're very passionate about this game, and we want it a certain way.
It came out in 2011, and we're still playing it.
Exactly.
So, I can't believe, just to make a side note from the Black Tusk people, I'm going to point out, it's always Ben. Ben is an amazing story because he's around from Vancouver. He crosses the border with the passport, with the flight and everything to be here. And then another story was PR coming from Southern California, flies to Colorado to Letniks in Colorado, and then they drive 18 hours to be here, and he did that just to save money. Like, I think we deserve the credit for being a passionate community because...
Yeah, the people that are here, you can tell, are really, really passionate about the game. So there's a core group here that, I always see, but it's great to see new faces, too, kind of in the community and playing. So I look forward to that in the future as well. Excuse me, seeing new faces. Sorry, I've been yelling all day. I have been competing also. I don't know if you guys caught this stream.
How's everything going with Throko? She's on Throko, guys.
Yeah, I'm on Throko. It's okay. We didn't perform, of course, the way that we wanted to do, but I kind of take all competitions as a learning experience for myself. So if anything, I'll be better than I was before I got here.
Well, you guys have definitely been showing up to these events. I appreciate it. I kind of keep track of the teams that keep showing up and also the individuals because like for me, like this whole event coordination thing, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It's a huge pain. Like I almost don't want to do it up until the last moment. I'm like, why did I do this? I didn't want to do this. There's no teams. There's this and that. They're complaining. They're condoning me of racism. Like,
yeah,
it's hell right before an event. And then once I walk in the front door and people are like, "What's up, Barbosa? Thanks for having us."
It's a really close-knit community,
which is awesome.
And when I first came to Hype too, like I didn't know anybody. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna kind of be like singled out. I'm gonna be a wallflower. But I was like, everyone was open arms, and I even get with some of the players here, and they teach me a few little things. So
yeah, it's always a learning experience too.
It's awesome.
Like I'm always learning. Like I learned a new left-hand shot that I never knew about. Like kind of reaction shotting, pulling back, and I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
But I learned that. I'm like maybe I'll be coordinated enough to do that when I go home. I don't know. I'm never good at the game.
Probably
but
not.
At least I learned it's possible. You know?
Yeah, it's there. It's there. It's in your arsenal now.
You gonna participate in anything for Gears 1 tonight?
Probably won't do Gears 1. I don't know. I started competing in Gears 1 back in the day, but that was just on GBs. I didn't do any of the MLG stuff, unfortunately, because I was the youngin'.
Yeah,
but
I didn't see the scene until GAU 2. It was Meadowlands 2009, and I was like, I've never heard of this before. Let me go see what MLG is.
Cool.
I've always done videos for video games, but like, I had this little company called NoobTube. It was me and a friend from Pennsylvania, and as noobs, we were trying to figure out what gamers were doing avidly, like. Because I was sick and tired of just being at home and like playing a game. Like you feel like it's going nowhere.
Yeah.
And then like, so what are gamers doing beyond the console? And that's what we were doing. So we started going to conventions, and in the conventions we got developer. They're like the developer. Like, you want to interview me? Don't you want to talk about the game? I'm like, no, dude. Tell me about your life as a dev. Like this is crazy. I know you're making a game, but like, what do you do every day?
Yeah.
And then from those questions, then we found competitive gamers. Because like, okay, so what does a really good gamer do? Oh, this is this MLG thing. So we head over to MLG in 2009, and there's Halo on one side and Gears of War on the other. And I had my camera, and I'm just like, yo, these Gears guys are just like more hype. And I kept my camera on them. I go over to Halo. I'm like, I'm going back to Gears. So
yeah.
It's just been awesome. And from that little NoobTube little company I had, we have like Hypestation.
And now Hype.
5 years later, I would have never thought.
It's still going.
Yep. And if you would have told me back in like when Gears of War 1 first came out, I loved the game. I didn't even have an Xbox. I was going to my friend's house just to play Gears of War 1.
Yeah.
And if you would have told me that I would have been visiting Epic Games and testing, I'm like, no, shut up. No.
That's how I was too. When I got that email, I was like, this is
really?
This is
Epic Games?
spam. And
we did that.
Yeah, we tested.
I almost forgot. Like trying to forget that. Like I want to give Judgment credit, but it did kind of confuse the community a lot.
It did.
So it's like, I tested Judgment, and I feel like it's kind of. I am so grateful for that experience because I learned so much.
Yeah.
But just the game, community, everybody just wasn't kind of ready, and not ready, but like it was just different.
It was too much
it was
too
confusing.
soon.
Yeah, it was confusing.